Hi, welcome to Meet 6 of the GDOE Varsity Esports League. Throughout the month of May, GDOE has put together this program in conjunction with Laddie Esports to bring competitive Super Smash Bros. Ultimate to the high schools around Guam. I'm your host, Ken, and I'm joined by Haiku and Sly. Guys, how are you doing?
Doing great.
Yep, and today we're going to jump into a match between Southern SONAR and Simon Sanchez Mega Sharks. Both of them are 1-3 in the league, but looking to move up in the second half of this season. So we're going to start with the first two players on the team. Are we in the game now?
Yeah, it seems we're in the game now.
So we got ASZYT, I don't know how you pronounce that, versus Random Lead from Southern.
Alright, so jumping right into it, K-Roll, kind of an interesting pick against Joker. Not really a very common character you see nowadays.
Yeah, and for good reason. This character gets calmer to oblivion by pretty much almost any character in this game, especially if you're top tier like Joker.
Yeah, but I think one advantage K-Roll does have is he does have like a slew of fairly annoying projectiles that can keep Joker out if he's being a little too hasty.
Right. Unfortunately, he had his own annoying projectile, Aha, or even Aegon, when he gets Joker, well, not Joker, Arsene.
Yeah, so Joker gets Joker, right.
Well, Joker gets Joker, yeah. Oh, but right now, it's kind of lagging a little bit. And
yeah,
K-Roll's in the corner, that's not good.
Yeah, although K-Roll has a very good up B special for recovery, he doesn't have very good escape options aside from maybe like a random counter or nair. His stomach does have armor, but that's only if the opponent isn't expecting it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right now he's off stage against K-Roll though. If he does neutral get up right there, he can get stuck right into neutral B, the bus.
Yeah, so both these characters, both Joker and K-Roll, have really good ledge trapping tools. K-Roll with his projectiles and that neutral bead, a little suction move that you just saw, and so does Joker, which is good. Ooh, but just lands the raw F smash. And as he firing back. As I was saying, both these characters have really good ledge trapping tools. Joker with Aha, and just his overall good mobility, so he can just beat in and out.
Oh yeah, and plus Joker's like a small box, so with that, he can pretty much escape compared to a lot of other characters by kind of running amok.
Yeah, it's also part of another thing that's also helpful is his low dash animation. He kind of ducks right under a lot of things. I don't know if there's anything that, like specifically against K-Roll, where that would make a huge difference. But I guess for some characters it does.
Yeah, for K-Roll, I don't think there's really any difference that makes for him. He has a lot of huge hitboxes that surrounds him. The crown can hit characters that are pretty low too, unless you're, I guess, Kirby,
Yeah.
But right there, see, he even got to the crown just straight up. Right now, though.
Oh, spacing that back air just very nicely.
Yeah.
He's able to with the shield grab.
Oh, so close. He got hit by those sour spot of the down smash right there. That would have sealed the stock.
Ooh, this might also seal the stock.
Oh,
and it does.
Yeah, right there, you need to actually mash to get out of that berry animation. And with K-Roll, his down throw is actually pretty easy to mash out of. You can just kind of rotate the stick a few times, and then you'll just pop out like Pop does now.
Yeah, I wonder if Azzy's aware of how easy it is to get out of it. Maybe he's thinking, okay, well, I'm at a high percentage. Oh, crosses him up. Gets a back air. Decent cross up. Decides not to challenge the down smash. Just fades back and throws out a projectile. So, keeps getting away with a lot of these random down smashes, as he has to be careful. This might. I don't think I saw any mash coming from Azzy on that last stock.
Yeah, he's trying to mash, but he's like barely mashes. You can tell if they mash if you see like a little sprout of dust come out when someone's buried. And you can see when they glow yellow, they actually start to kind of come out of the berry animation a bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I got disconnected mid-game there, so I was like, okay, thankfully I have the stream up.
That's okay. So, okay, Random Weave is also... Oh, no, they're going over stage selections. So, I think the game plan for Azzy... I think his game plan should be to be a little more patient when challenging K-Roll's attacks. He needs to be careful remembering the position of that crown, because there was a moment where Random Weave threw out the crown, sat in shield, and Azzy still went to go attack him.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a free punish for K-Roll if you're like poking at a shield and suddenly the crown hits you, because he could just shield grab you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you have to be very careful with K-Roll when interacting with the shield, but as long as you promote your safety by using back air and just, using AHAs, stuff like that, you can just get around him very easily. He's not the most mobile character.
Yeah.
Starting off game 2. Yeah. I don't know about this pick. Smashville is looking more of a comfort pick right now.
I can kind of see the logic. It is a smaller stage than Final Destination, so maybe it's like, okay, it's a little easier for me to get in his face. But again, I think it wasn't really that he was being zoned out, it's just that he was being fully aware of the projectiles, especially the crown.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right now, Caleb's kind of struggling at ledge here, but he needs to not be hasty if he wants to get back. Okay, Barry.
Okay, that time he does mash out. I think he does know about the mash. I think it's just like when he's at high percents, I'm not sure if he's already like giving up on it or.
Yeah. Here comes the crown. He has to watch out for those projectiles.
Okay, manages to go behind. Ooh, almost gets the back air. I mean, he's getting hit by. Okay, that back air, huge hitbox.
Everyone thank Iker for that one. He actually saved you. Okay, but yeah, it's cutting a bit closer than he looks comfortable with right now. Oh my goodness.
Touch.
Yeah, right back into the suction right there. And he's getting a bit hasty with his moves. You can see he's a bit sporadic. Every time he's pressing the button, you can see he just wants to swing,
Yeah. That's the thing about zoners. They thrive off of the other player getting too hasty and wanting to get up real close.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, another instance of as he's throwing out a move and being just poked at by the crown.
Right. Okay, now he's off stage. Ooh, that was a bad landing for K-Roll. He could have actually died of an F smash right there. Okay. I see that Joker was a bit hesitant there. He could have actually taken the stock.
Okay, I don't think this is going to result in a death.
Yeah, not yet, but I'm careful. Okay, I'm disconnecting right now, so.
That's okay. So one thing I see a lot of, I would say beginner. Yeah, I'll say, one common mistake you see with a lot of jokers is when they're trying to recover, they'll often use side B, like once they're right above the ledge, since they think, okay, it's at a good angle, they're probably not expecting it. But against K-Roll, he could throw out his crown, and there were a few instances where Azzy did decide to just go for the AHA, even though he could have just either reflected the crown back, or just fast fell and then just dropped and tried to recover low.
Oh yeah. Right now, Joker's actually taking full control of the stage. He was actually doing a good job trying to make sure that K-Roll doesn't get back for free, but now...
Ooh, goes for the good air dodge, or good edge guard.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I did not... Oh my goodness.
Was he? Did he do like another aerial, or was he stuck? Was he actually stuck in the lag side?
There, I think he might have accidentally buffered an air dodge. I'm not sure. I think I might be behind in terms of the delay on stream for like a second or a split second.
Okay, well, it looks like so we're gonna be going to game 3. I think since Azzy was able to take the game, I think he was being a little more conscientious of the crown. So I think what Random Weave needs to do is he needs to be a little more ambiguous of what projectiles he's throwing out.
Oh yeah. If you aren't, if you're always just going for the same pattern or anything whenever you throw something out. You know, your opponent's gonna catch on eventually, and they'll be like, okay, so now that I've downloaded everything, I can play the game that I need to play. So,
For those of you just tuning in, you are watching Meet 6, the sixth game of the GDOE Varsity Esports League, powered by Laddie Esports. You are watching Southern Sonar, one of the two Southern high school teams, versus Simon Sanchez's team, and we are watching the A seeds from each team play.
Okay, so we're gonna see a character counter pick from Random Weave. He's going Joker. Or sorry, not Joker, Hero.
okay, so this matchup's actually interesting. Joker is pretty much, you know, a better character than Hero and everything, but with how these characters in particular interact, it's actually scary. Like,
Yeah, especially with that RNG factor.
oh yeah, for sure. With the way that Joker has to play, he has to play very spatially aware and everything, and oh my god, if he got critted right there.
Yeah, I'd argue that Hero is a better zoner than K-Roll because he has a little bit more in his arsenal. But again, it's all random. But I still think his zoning tools are very, very powerful, especially the Fireball. I think Fireball is kind of an underrated zoning tool, but it's still really good.
Yeah, because with Fireball, that itself, the speed of it changes, of course, depending on which one you get. Support snatch off the snooze.
Okay, I think we're seeing this. I think we're seeing a very similar problem. Problem that Azzy was facing in the beginning of game 1, where he was kind of rushing in, gets the critical hit for the free damage.
Oh yeah, that's not good for Azzy right now. But okay, he takes the stock. He can actually take it back right now. Try to even it up real quickly, but I see that Random Weave actually just kind of did a random neutral charge right there, or down outside.
Okay, gets the raw F smash roll. Okay, that was a little too early for the kaboom. I think maybe if he timed it well, he probably would have caught Joker at the top of his up B before he grabbed the ledge.
Yeah, I see that Azzy's a bit hasty right now, but he kind of got back into the swing of things, and now he's taking the lead. Oh my god! Why did I say
early
that?
stock. He gets the mid stock with the whack. Okay, as he trying to.
Combo.
Okay, he doesn't get it, but you know he's still in the lead. But yeah, that pretty fair lead was kind of just lost in an instant. Gets punished by the.
You can just see the dynamic of it because every hit that each of them get matters so much. Oh my god! Did you see that?
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought. I know like it has like I know bounce has some really weird properties.
Right.
Like Charizard's side beat work on it for some reason. Rushes in again. That's another thing with Azzy. Keep rushing in against these zoners.
And he's not being aware of what tools can keep him out. Right now he's just kind of randomly forward smashing, but it's not being punished. Oh my god!
Oh, that's another snooze. And Random Weed takes it 2-1.
Yeah, that was such a huge mistake on his part. What he could have done there, he could have actually just saved his shield. He would have been fine. But in that moment, he was just so desperate for a kill. He wanted to get out of that corner, needed stage back, and he'll take it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that is it's a pretty common mistake for players that immediately want to get out of disadvantaged states. You know, they often think that I really need to change the situation right now. All right, what can I do? What can I do like right now? And usually that's what leads to, like I said, to zoners getting most of their kills.
Mm-hmm. Goodness, I didn't know that. I think in the back of my mind, I did have that information of Hero actually being able to reflect that, but maybe I just got that out of the way because that's so weird. I've never seen that before with the grappling hook.
Yeah, that bounce is like has some really, really weird properties.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, like you said earlier too, with Charizard, you can actually just use bounce on him, and he can't randomly flare blitz you anymore. Since he has 2 hits to flare blitz, it actually reflects the one hit.
The weaker hit.
Then, Yeah, and then he just can't do anything, and you get a free follow-up from that or something, so...
And we were waiting just for the next match between the B-seeded players on both teams. You're watching Southern High Sonar, their first team, versus Simon Sanchez Mega Sharks. And both of these guys are tied, or they have identical records going into the sixth week of or the sixth meet of the league. And once again, you are watching the GDOE Varsity Esports League, brought to you by Laddie Esports. Throughout the month of May, high school teams are playing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and actually the season ends next Friday with the playoffs on Saturday, and then probably an all-island individual meet the following week, which should be pretty interesting. So all of that coming up in the next 2 weeks.
Okay, so
Now
we're going into
starting.
set B. Okay, Mario
Okay.
versus Pikachu.
Yeah. This one's an interesting matchup. So Pikachu can kind of set the pace of the match because he's just that fast. But I don't know. It doesn't really feel like either of them really have an advantage, like the characters of each other.
Yeah, these characters both excel at like their punish game, considering they both have really deadly combos. Both of them have like zero to death combos respectively. So it's if these players have their execution down, you can see a really explosive match.
Oh yeah, sure. But
Looks like they're just slugging it out right now.
Yeah, they're like, okay, we'll just take a timeout when we want to. But he's just using Skull Bash whenever he wants, man. Hey, you do you, man.
Yeah, sometimes those
Mm-hmm.
really weird, unoptimal strategies, sometimes they work out.
Yeah, because
like,
people expect like one thing. Oh, he's definitely doing this, and then they're like, nah, I'll just go ahead and put my head against the wall.
What should Mario do to counter that? Can he just spot dodge it and then punish it or something? Or?
He can back away. He can also just because if he shields, it's actually plus on block, so he can't punish it. So he has to just wait and see what he does afterwards.
yeah, just you were saying, he just kind of faded back, waited for the aerial on Pikachu, and then just forward smashed for it.
Yeah,
I think that's something that Professor X has to be careful about. Even though Pikachu's aerials are just really good upon landing, he can't just throw them out willy-nilly. Mario does have a really powerful punish game, not just in his combos, but just his raw attacks.
For sure. Yeah, he was hungry for the spike, as all Mario mains should be.
That's how you know that's right.
Oh, see, there you go again.
Actually, almost gets it right there.
So close, just barely, just the thread of the needle, you know. But right now, Professor X really comfortable going for side B. None of these have actually been punished for a while, so. Oh my goodness, I can see the bit of the panic when Styx tries to punish him.
Nice try.
Oh no, gets another.
Unfortunate SE by Styx right there. But
I can see that Styx is doing good at reading these high recoveries from Professor X, and that's something that he has to be careful about. Especially with Skull Bash, even though on block it is a really safe move. When you're still in the air and after you use it, you do have a little bit of time until you do another move, like an air dodge or up B. So he has to be careful with recovering high. Okay, so
you took your advice, but
yeah, he took your advice, but messes up on the up B.
It's like he's with the stream right now. He's in the Twitch stream.
Yeah. It's another accidental loss of the stock.
Yeah, it's unfortunate right now, but trying to take back the game. Okay.
Jumps back in.
Oh, okay, so
Okay,
right
that
there,
was a weird interaction.
he goes for Thunder. He actually does a little combo break. There's some combos that you can actually use Thunder. I can't remember what string it comes out, but it comes out really early.
Yeah.
Certain things you can just break apart if the person's DC.
Or if they're just going for like a mix-up or a non-true combo.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's so close, but he didn't have the position for that forward air.
Yeah, you can tell he like feels these high recoveries coming in, but like his positioning's kind of been off.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh man.
That was awkward.
Yeah, just fell out of his jabs a little bit, but that's okay. Oh my goodness. That's attack would have actually maybe taken it. But you can see that Stick does not care about who this guy is because he's actually just chasing him no matter what.
Oh wow, speaking of chasing, gets the rollaway chase.
Relentless right there. He just does not want to give him any room, and he said, "Alright, let's see if I can get this roll." Finally got it.
So Sticks able to take a game there, puts Simon Sanchez on the board. He's one win away from clinching his particular set versus Professor X of Southern Sonar. You are watching the GDOE Varsity Esports League throughout the month of May. High school kids from around the island of Guam will be playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This is all brought to you by Laddie Esports. The current standings between these two teams, we have a battle between two teams really close in records. Simon Sanchez Sharks are the 6th place team right now, and Sonar is right behind their heels at 7th. They have identical records, just the only difference being in total points. As we wait for Professor X to decide his stage choice for game 2 here. What does he have to change here, guys?
Honestly, try platforms. So Battlefield, or if he can do the execution with a stick combos on anyways, because with Mario, he's known for ladder combos in this game. It's almost like a touch of death, kind of.
I think another thing Professor X should work on is facing his aerials a little safely. Pikachu's forward air is a really good move, even on block if you jump in and then fade out. Because even characters like Mario with a fairly good out of shield game can't punish it. But it looks like he was able to get a lot of his up smashes, a lot of his kills, just because Professor X landed poorly on his shield, or just landed poorly in general.
Yeah, he would land very closely and just kind of keep too close by just fading into the stage rather than going back to ledge. So
yeah.
If he can change that up, then maybe he might be able to take this one, you know?
Yeah, because even though being at the ledge is like seemingly a bad thing all the time, Pikachu has some pretty good tools to get out of that, out of bad positions.
Oh yeah, but now here we are in another game, and okay, yeah, he's caught on to how he's using Thunder Jolt right there, and he's actually just bullying him for a bit of percent. So this is not too far away from a kill already.
Mario thrives off of that, finding little openings in your opponent and just blowing them up for it.
Yeah, he's so fast. He's such a good all-rounder, but his punish game is so ridiculous for an all-rounder too.
Oh wow, reads the Skull Bash recovery.
So again, not in position, but that time, see, he perfectly with punish.
Oh, that's probably gonna be. I think if he waited.
Yeah, maybe, but he was really hasty with the kill, so he thought he could just catch him in time. Okay, so he goes for Flood. Nothing. That was a weird interaction. So currently, Mario actually just gets the up smash out of nowhere. He says, "Okay, I dare you. Roll right now."
Yeah, the up smash is super scary, especially since the hitbox comes out first behind him. So rolling behind him is like, it's a pretty bad idea, especially if the Mario knows, like that would be that's like a habit of yours.
Oh yeah, it's really painful rolling in against Mario. That up smash is just so good. Even forward smash to kill earlier though. Speaking of which,
Tries catching a high recovery again.
That was so close too. He almost got sweet spot. That would have killed him. Okay. Oh, I thought he was gonna feed for back air, but
oh, that actually was a good idea to jump over his Skull Bash and then go for an attack. Maybe not. Maybe Nair wouldn't have been the better option. Maybe back air or up air. But regardless, he still has a lot of it's a pretty significant lead right now. A whole stock ahead, even though they're both at high percent.
You could have actually just forward smashed him for that, but
yeah, I think he knows that Professor X is facing his aerials properly, so it's like, okay, I have a really good smash attack out of shield. I'm just gonna keep flicking that C stick.
Oh man, he's gonna go clicky clacky in a second.
Oh wow, actually catches him in the middle of that down air.
Okay, I think he was going for a Skull Bash read right there. He just went with up B. Oh, is he gonna go for another? No.
Oh no, I think he probably was thinking that he was gonna land a little closer to the center this time.
Oh, so close though. He finally punishes the down smash though. Very unsafe. But he still
wow.
gets this one.
Alright, now this is a really scary position when you're against the Mario with a lot of rage right now.
Oh.
Okay, but manages to... Okay, the commentator's curse, but manages to seal off that stock right there.
Yeah, okay, but this is still a game that is a hard hill to climb on. He's actually still stuck ahead. He can take it back if he's patient enough, though. Oh my goodness, Professor X needs to make sure he can't afford to get damage tacked onto him so easily like this. Oh.
And again, just landing with... Oh my goodness! Goes for the all or nothing fair spike!
Yeah,
wow,
I
that would have been
he went for
amazing!
that. Wow.
The all or nothing, that is... Okay, yeah, this is a tried and true Mario man right here. Anytime your opponent's off stage, you just have that, that Spidey sense kind of thing right now.
Yeah, when they're off stage for a few, not even a few seconds, just a split second, you're like, oh, should I go for it?
Oh wow, catches his tail. Look at he got his tail. All right, but Styx is gonna take that with one stock. Although it was like last stock, that was pretty. I'd say that was pretty one-sided.
Yeah, it looked like it was in his control the entire time. He had a beat as to how he would like to land, how he would like to go back to stage each time. It's just that he was off on his positioning and his timing on certain things too. So he just needs to polish that up. And honestly, with that, he could have taken the game a lot more quickly.
So I believe Simon Sanchez is up 2-0. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right, so
This is the final match between players here. The seeded players of each team will be coming into this lobby shortly. So even though Simon Sanchez has clinched this meet today, they've won, they're going to move up in the standings. The C seeds can still score some points for the teams, as well as build some individual padding on their records for the all-island meet, which will happen a couple weeks from now. So that should be interesting. Any players that you guys have seen so far that really stand out to you guys?
like all around or just
All
in
around,
this
all
group?
around, all around.
Where'd you go ahead, Ren?
first. Oh, okay. Well, there's Matthew and there's Renan. Those two have always been, huge threats in this community. Renan's currently ranked, and Matthew isn't, right?
No, he's not. But he is a regular at the tournaments.
Yeah, and he's actually been a bit on the come up in terms of how he's been playing lately. So,
And I believe GW hasn't lost a set. Like they've always been winning 2-0, 2-1. Teasen, yeah, it's been like GW and Teasen, and then Ren's. I think another up and coming player would be Technician, and who else was I thinking about? Well, Technician is a really good. Technician is an up and coming player from JFK. Snake is just like a really powerful character, and Technician's learning a lot. He's been practicing a lot online and taking taking advice from Cabra, the #1 ranked player here on Guam. So he's getting a lot of knowledge and information from Guam's best.
huge knowledge checks and everything. He definitely puts in the grind. Currently, though, I believe GW is actually down a set right now, because I'm not sure. But right now, yeah, Renan, Matthew, and Technician, those three right now are top 3 contenders for really stepping up their game and putting in the needed practice and application of knowledge throughout their run with the tournaments.
So after today, it looks like, we don't know what's going to happen in the other matches going on right now, but Sanchez is going to move up a little bit. They won't move past any of the top 5, but they'll still be able to retain the 6th seed so far, and if they win in the final 2 meets that are their schedule for next week. They might be able to push themselves into the top 4, which would be pretty big for them in terms of their top 8 matchups in the following weekend. So if you are just tuning in and trying to figure out what are these guys doing, basically these are 3v3 crew battles between the schools, and it's round robin. And at the end of the round robin, when the playoffs start, there's a top 9, a seeded top 9 single elimination bracket that happens on one day. So that is what everyone is playing for. It should be pretty interesting.
Okay,
so
so
our
we
final
have
players start.
Okay, so we have
Oh,
EJ671 and Majoitra. So, we have a little back on FD.
But it's
so
against
I was about-
Joker.
Yeah. So I was about to
Joker
say,
is-
I've been playing with
Right.
Majoitra online in friendlies
Yeah.
a little bit. Oh, okay, sorry.
The lag ate up his input there. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's probably going to be EJ's biggest asset. Yeah, so
especially
Little Mac.
Go ahead.
Ooh, yeah,
Oh man.
so Little Mac's smash attacks are just really fast, really powerful, and really scary because they have armor, so you can't just hit him out of it sometimes, just like that. And then on FD, you can't really abuse some of his major weakness, which is his aerials and his poor air mobility.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're on FD, you're basically playing his game. I don't know if it's just me, but we're seeing a little bit of connection issues.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I
guys
see
are
you in the
swimming.
stream too. Oh yeah, this is gonna be really bad for what was it? Oh wow. Okay, never
Uh-oh.
mind. I couldn't even see the name because I got disconnected.
Yeah, I think a connection error occurred.
Majoitra. Okay, there you go. Yeah. With this, it's gonna be so bad for Majoitra because Joker is a character that requires so much precision. And
Yeah,
Little Mac?
against Little Mac, where you can really just swing.
Yeah. If you're off on timing even a slight bit against Mac, it's detrimental, so... Oh my goodness, he barely whiffed the counter right there.
So
Are
I
you connected to
really
it?
don't want because of the outcome right now. But I've been practicing with Majoitra on the and there is a little bit of improvement. He used to have like a habit of just kind of rushing in unnecessarily,
Right.
but as our games were continuing, he was getting a lot more patient and waiting for me to approach and get hasty rather than him getting hasty himself. And that's really important, really important against the Little Mac.
Oh yeah. Oh man, but what's really important is that he goes clicky-clacky on the C-stick right now. He's actually taking a lead. The
I'm gonna
lag's
make him-
really laying him a hand.
I'm going to ask him to restart the match.
Oh my goodness, we might have to get a lag test for this. It
Yeah,
hasn't been
I think
going smoothly.
I think we might also have to do a connection test.
Yeah.
Okay, right when it gets back to normal, then it just starts again.
I think both players are
You know,
afraid
considering-
this is die. They think that the setter's going to go live no matter what. That's one thing I
Right.
like about the players. You know, they are open to whatever rule sets we use. Like in this one, there are no bans. There are no stage bans. You can pick from a starting 5 and then like a counter pick 9 stages. So it's just 6-minute timers instead of
Yeah, it's
traditional
just 'cause-
7-minute timers. Just a little different.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just because a lot of, there are a handful of newcomers, both the players and the coaches, so we wouldn't want to make things a little too confusing. Just
Yeah.
keep the stage selects simple. Just let the home team pick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna let
Right
this
now, I
guy
just-
restart this set because it's hard to watch Smash under buttons.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're still playing because they haven't read the chat yet. So
Probably, yeah. But I saw a bit of teabagging on Little Mac's end right there. I don't exactly know how to pronounce his tag. I was just
EJ?
Oh, EJ? It's just EJ? Okay.
yeah, he's just
Yeah,
EJ.
that's EJ with the designs on the side, man.
Okay. Just making sure.
All right, so should we do a connection test or
Yeah.
should we just
Yeah.
restart? Okay,
Or
so who
we
would
can
be?
just jump right into it.
Okay, if the connection issues happen again, we'll do a connection
Yeah,
test.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let me
Yeah.
put that in the traffic test.
So, oh, that's happening and everything. Yeah, with Joker and Little Mac, it's just so painful for Little Mac. He just can swing to keep Mac out of his range with back air the entire time, and as long as he doesn't commit to anything, then you can just kind of combo him until he gimps him off stage. Let's see if we'll have the same problems as we did in the previous game. Hopefully, it'll be a lot better. But we can only hope.
And remember, Sanchez has already clinched this meet between the two teams, so they're going to walk away with a W. But EJ can still save some face for his school here if he can get a victory versus Majoitra in this battle between the CCs.
Okay, so attempt number 2.
You need to pray to the latency gods here to make sure that the connection is good. Do a
Please,
little rain
netcode
dance.
gods. Okay. Right now.
Okay.
Oh no! There we go. It's the same thing.
I mean, this is better than it was the first game, though.
Oh, don't doubt Smash ultimate lag right now.
They both landed. They both used the counter.
They're both just like feeling out. They're like, okay, they're gonna make us restart this. But we're not. We're letting it. Ooh, okay, maybe.
Oh, see? I told you, don't doubt Smash ultimate lag.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean,
No.
we're just gonna let it rock.
Oh. You see that counter?
Yeah, so, okay, Arsene's counter actually has the biggest hitbox out of any counter in the game. It goes below him, it goes a little bit behind him, so you can actually clip people when they recover back into ledge with that thing, too. It's really good.
Yeah, yeah, even when Luke is jabbing behind him in the opposite direction, it will probably still catch him.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But right now, he's actually taking the lead, Majoitra. He has to make some decisions, bro.
It might have actually been the lag, you know?
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, commentators.
This one's getting pretty bad.
Goodness. He's gonna forward smash. There you go. Oh, my goodness.
And another one.
Ate up his inputs again. He just went for it there. Oh, let's see if Flag's gonna eat up more inputs and freeze up the game. If you want to know what drawing and painting is like, it's like this. It's very slow and steady. Oh my goodness.
Now, this is probably going to sound like I'm picking sides, but when I was playing against Majoitra, our connection was pretty good.
Okay.
So I don't know if it is EJ or if it's just the fact that there's so many people in this lobby right now. Because when I was playing with Majoitra, it was just the 2 of us.
Right. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
It must feel bad. This is right now they're in limbo. They can't do anything. See that smash symbol that tells you about how much is loading the game as it's lagging? Yeah, that's limbo right there.
Some people will call it a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah. Teacher, I can go right now. Oh,
This is the
goodness.
difficulties of playing online, especially in a place like Guam. But shout outs to GDOE for taking the initiative and being innovative enough to want to go for it and try this out.
Yeah, I think this is a good time to try it.
Yeah, with the quarantine, everyone kind of socially distancing themselves and being isolated. It's nice that we at least have an opportunity to still try to play somewhat competitively here.
If we get a second chance, these people will be in person, I believe.
Definitely,
Oh,
for
he's
sure.
so
And
close.
I can't wait to see that.
Oh, there you go.
okay.
Yeah.
Finally stops him in his tracks for just for spamming those S smashes.
Yeah.
So I don't. Are we gonna be counting that game?
Yeah, we're counting that.
Okay, we're running with it then. Oh my goodness. he said, "Someone get me get me to a hospital, but not for me." Rode him out to the ambulance. Little Mac is in shambles. All those bruises that he has on the victory screen.
Yeah, especially since he technically took the first game.
Right. Oh. So we're just running with this, and we're not having like any connection
no.
tests or
Yeah,
whatever.
we're testing it. We're gonna.
Okay.
I'm talking to them in chat. If you guys can just ad lib for a bit. Let me get these guys to fix the lobby.
Okay, so usually in a situation like this, before what I've been officiating GW's sets, and what's happened was before we decide like who gets the games or whoever gets the sets, we usually do a connection test. It's usually just like someone random in the lobby plays a game with them, and I guess like they just to their discretion. Okay, whoever's laggier, they lose the game or lose the set.
Right.
And yeah, but I guess like if they keep playing and there's no connection issues, I guess we'll just continue. But I don't know. That's just one of the disadvantages of having this whole league online. Is you're just gonna run into technical issues.
Right. Currently, I don't know. This doesn't look too good. There was a lot of slideshows that we were shown in that presentation, so we need to make sure that everything's...
Checking someone on 17, 1.7. I mean, this is the toughest part about it, right? Like, no one wants to be the guy who loses a set because their internet wasn't working. And we had the players remake that first set, and the second set was probably slightly better, but it was still very bad. And we're obviously counting the score for the second set. But I can see an argument being made for shouldn't we count the first set as well, but I don't think so. I don't think we're going to count that first set. Yeah. Sorry, I'm typing to these guys right now.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's really just unfortunate that it's online like this. It would have been so much more on a level playing field for everyone, because lag doesn't exactly do any favors for anyone for the most part. However, there are times where someone would be feeling the lag on their end, but the one on the opposite end is like, oh wait, I don't feel anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it can get subjective really quickly, especially like when a set counts on one.
Yeah. I don't know who's gonna take in this next game that we have up. If when we start, anyways. I saw a lot of adaptations made from the Joyra.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually kind of another thing that you can take advantage of whenever you're given like an extra game. It's like, okay, yeah, I know the little Max is going to be spamming smash attacks, so now I have an extra game of data to start applying that.
Oh yeah, that's gotta have that
So,
fast download speed right now, man.
Yeah, so when these like technical issues start coming in, there's a lot of moral gray to it.
Like, no.
Let me discuss with you guys the officiating for this match. We'll take a very quick break, maybe like 1 minute before we let these guys start this game. Okay.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna jump into game 3 here.
Okay, everything's been settled, it seems, so we're just waiting on Ken's cue, and then we'll have everything sorted.
Just waiting for these guys to pick a stage and.
Okay, so the first game does not count, right?
No,
Okay.
we're gonna let the first game.
Okay,
count,
okay.
so.
Okay,
Okay.
first game
Because
will
I
count.
believe both of them just played it out. They did not know that, you know, that I had told them to
Yeah.
remake the game. So I'm just gonna let them play it. And they did finish the game.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so first 2 games are counting. So that's 1-1, right? Yeah, that's 1-1.
Yes.
So here we go. And the
Right.
stage pick is on EJ, right? He's the.
Yes.
He lost the last game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go, guys. Sorry for the wait. You were watching the GDOE Varsity Esports League. You're watching Super Smash Bros. Ultimate action from everyone's living room or bedroom, apparently. When we have Southern High taking on Simon Sanchez. Simon Sanchez has already clinched a victory for their school this week, so they're going to move up in the rankings. But Southern's EJ has a chance to put himself on the board and take away a small moral victory for Southern High if he can win the set versus Majoitra. But we're in game 3, and they have to get their best scuba gear on because we are swimming through the internet today. So.
Okay, so apparently EJ got disconnected,
Yeah.
so we're actually just waiting on him.
Yeah, so kind of
So-
seems like
so
it might be on his end.
Who was EJ playing? What was he playing?
He was
Little
playing
Mac.
the Little Mac.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you seen EJ play other characters so far, or was he mostly?
I have
I've
not
not.
seen EJ play at all.
But Little Mac, he likes those single platform stages, right? Like the flattest kind of long platform,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, because in this game and everything, what's so difficult for Mac especially is because we have so many platform stages, and his jump height is like one of the lowest ones in the game, and he has no air mobility, no damage from any of his aerials, so he can't like go onto platform without committing, and a lot of his stuff doesn't even reach through a good amount of platform stages.
So what does he like? Well, I mean, and he just makes up for it with like good
His ground game
horizontal movement or something.
Yeah,
Like
he
lateral
he
movement?
arguably had the best ground game of all the characters. I think another contestant for that would be Bowser. But his frame data, his power, his super armor are just really, really good factors.
Yeah, because
Whether or not it outweighs his weaknesses, that's like up for debate.
Yeah, because with Little Mac, right, he actually has so many defining weaknesses, but with his strengths, it's very. He has a ton of tools in his kit that kind of make let him defy certain rules in the game with a lot of characters. Certain characters will have to do certain things and have some of the same objectives, but Little Mac, he just has to play footsies. He has to run around, wait, and punish you heavily for making mistakes.
Yeah, and so it's generally Little Mac is generally seen as a low tier character. Most people think that his weaknesses greatly outweighs his strengths.
Yeah.
Considering that Smash Bros is a game about air mobility. Air mobility is very important in this game. And since Mac just has the fundamental weakness of bad air mobility and bad air game in general, you're basically playing half a Smash character, if that makes sense.
Pretty much. He can't do a lot of the things that most other characters can do, but he can sure do that if you're not careful.
Yeah, and speaking of not careful, some people do have a lot of, Little Mac can be a fun character. He is a bit of like a knowledge checker or fundamentals checker. You know, how well you space your aerials, how good how well you approach, how safe you are, like how patient you are whenever you're at a deficit or just keep getting hit by really, really good smash attacks.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
wow! Speaking of smash attacks, just eating a counter.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
that's another
smart.
thing too. The guns actually, one little tick of anything, like even a small hit, a jab, can actually send Mac flying down. Because for some reason, with Mac in particular, he just doesn't really, he's not able to just use uppy immediately when he's hit by a small little thing such as a jab. He just
So
flops like a rock.
Does that interruption totally gimp him? Like if he's off the stage and he tries to recover and he gets hit with something, like is he just dead in the water if he's like below the platform?
Yeah.
Yes. Although he could up B after he uses side B, if after or during side B or after side B, if he gets hit while off stage before touching the ground, he actually cannot use side B again.
Yeah, so right there, see, he exhausted his resources. I think he might have had a jump, but I don't know. Not sure.
So Majoitra from Simon Sanchez really playing this matchup a lot more patient and a lot smarter. Taking advantage of.
Oh, as soon as you say that, he just
And then he
goes right into a forward smash.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh yeah, dude, yeah. That's what I was saying before when I was playing with him. He's being a little smarter, just utilizing that low quick dash of Joker, just to weave in and out. You know, basically playing like a real boxer.
Yeah. Right now, though, okay, that was a very questionable jump from EJ. That's not going to get you anywhere with Mac. Oh my goodness. And he's actually trying to just take him on like a bull, you know? Oh.
Yeah, shout outs to all the people who are watching the match right now. Wow, and that's the end of the set.
Yeah, Majoitra
Sanchez
takes
can
it
go up
2-1.
3-0. And that, you know what? That set had very little lag, if any at all. So.
Yeah, that one was
surprisingly.
Oddly, that one was. I don't know what happened, but earlier, but
maybe someone kicked the router. I don't know.
So that is going to end today's stream for the GDOE Varsity Esports League. You saw the match between Southern High Sonar versus the Simon Sanchez Mega Sharks. Mega Sharks walked away with the 3-0 victory, and they are going to move up in the rankings. Remember, there are 2 meets left. Actually, I'm sorry, there's 3 meets left. There's a game on Friday at 6 p.m. Next week, Wednesday, and then next week, Friday, followed by the single elimination playoffs on Saturday, May 29th. So that will be open to all 9 teams. You get to see all of them. According to Coach from Tegan, Geckos got their first loss today. And depending on their points, they may drop from first place to second. So we'll just have to see when those scores are finalized and tallied. But you know, none of that matters. All 9 teams will make it to the playoff on May 29th. Single elimination playoff to see who is the best school. Guys, thank you once again, Aiku and Sly, for providing the insightful commentary. Thank you, guys.
Yep, thank you for
very much
having
for having us.
And we will see you guys Friday for more Smash action.